coming home, I'm coming home. Tell the world that I'm coming home.
Two police officers, one journeyed back to their origins. One found his father and a complete family. Two police officers from two different countries, yet sharing the same past. Both were born during the Vietnam War. Both are Amerasian. And both later left their homeland to settle in another country. For decades, one question has followed them: who are my biological parents? One of them was fortunate enough to meet his father, someone he had never even intended to search for. The other was not as lucky. He is still searching for his mother, longing only to tell her, "I have lived a good life." Let us follow the deeply moving journey of these two police officers. Case 1. An Amerasian son reunites with his U.S. veteran father after 49 years, with his birth mother by his side. At the time when the U.S. military was still stationed in Vietnam, Tram Kim Nguyen, Andrew's mother, had gone through an unsuccessful marriage. She already had 3 children at the time. In 1971, after that marriage ended, Ms. Kim happened to fall in love with an American soldier named Michael Strange. At that time, he was stationed in Saigon during his second tour of duty in Vietnam. Like many American soldiers, when his mission ended, he returned home, leaving behind the woman he loved and a 4-month-old child she was carrying. Andrew was born and raised in Saigon. From a very young age, he became aware that he was different from the other children around him. In 1988, after spending 6 years living in the Philippines, Andrew's family officially arrived in the United States. For the first 4 months, they lived in Newport News, Virginia. However, the winter was too cold for Ms. Kim, so the family decided to move to West Palm, where one of her cousins was living. Andrew graduated from high school in 1992, then attended a community college before continuing his studies at Florida Atlantic University, where he earned a degree in electrical engineering. He married a woman of Peruvian descent and has 2 children, Matthew and Lauren. After working various jobs, Andrew worked while attending the police academy part-time. After graduating, he officially became a police officer, unexpectedly finding his father through his son. For many years, Andrew occasionally thought about his father, but he never intended to search for him. In contrast, his son, Matthew Nguyen, was always curious and deeply eager to learn about his grandfather. Matthew once shared, "I always tried to ask my grandmother about him, but she usually avoided the topic and didn't want to talk." Eventually, after repeated pleading, Ms. Kim told her grandson that his grandfather's name was Michael Strange. One day in March 2020, on Andrew's birthday, his 2 children gave him a DNA test kit as a gift. Andrew reluctantly agreed to take the test. He said, "My kids always wanted me to find my father. I had always hesitated, but this time I was about to undergo heart surgery, so I gave in to them." Within a short time, Andrew's children identified about 50 potential relatives, mostly 3rd and 4th degree cousins. Matthew personally contacted each of them, and all leads pointed to one name: Michael Strange.
Oh my God.
This is too exciting.
This is crazy.
Oh, MG.
So Dad's got a bunch of DNA matches.
Oh, goodness.
These are all his family.
Oh, wow.
This is crazy. Oh my God. Dad, you have a lot of family.
Oh my goodness.
Look at all this. Jesus Christ.
Family that we don't know.
Let's see where he's from. What do you think, Dad?
Crazy.
Now we
Crazy.
now we got to find out who his dad is, because that's what we're
Ireland,
focused on.
England.
Matthew then found the phone number of his grandfather's sister and reached out to her directly. Michael Strange, who was 70 years old at the time, recalled, "I was standing on a ladder more than 4 meters high when my sister called and said she had found my long-lost son. I asked, 'Which son?' She said, 'Your son from Vietnam.' I immediately asked for his phone number." On April 17, 2020, Matthew called again to connect the very first conversation between father and son. The call lasted about 10 minutes. At first, Everyone felt awkward, but emotions quickly took over. Andrew recalled, "Everyone was crying. At that moment, I didn't know what to say." Matthew greeted him and said, "Hello, Grandpa. I'm your grandson, and my dad is sitting right here." Then we talked. I told him it had taken me a long time to find him and that I was about to have heart surgery.
For the first time ever, let's see what happens.
Matthew should talk. You talk first.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, is this Mr. Mike Strange?
Yes, it is.
Hi, this is Matthew Nguyen. I potentially could be your grandson. I'm here with your potential son, Nguyen. We found a match on DNA.com. Here.
Do you know what year your girlfriend or wife was pregnant when you're in Vietnam?
Well, I was there from 69 to 72.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Tell him your
What?
birthday.
My birthday was, my mother gave birth to me in 1972, March of 1972.
Tram?
Do you vaguely remember her name at all, sir?
Well, I lost all of that during the flood. You know, when I first came back from Vietnam, you know, we corresponded for about 3 or 4 months.
That sounds right.
After the first call, they agreed to continue talking via FaceTime later that same day. The second call lasted nearly 2 hours. They shared many things, from their lives to common interests like fishing and hunting. At first, Andrew was hesitant about meeting his father in person. He said, "I didn't want to step into someone else's life and cause disruption." But fortunately, our father-son relationship turned out to be very good. As for Michael, he felt no discomfort at all, only overwhelming happiness. It was wonderful. He cried, and I cried too. Michael could not hide his pain when he learned that Andrew had been living in the US since the age of 16 and had once lived only about an hour and a half's drive away from him. Michael shared that he married in 1974, later divorced, and has 4 children. Over the years, he never forgot Ms. Kim and her child. In the 1980s, he tried to find them through the Veterans Association, but all attempts failed. He said, "All 4 of my children were very happy to learn that they have an older brother." After the call, they agreed to arrange a real reunion soon. To encourage Andrew before his heart surgery, Michael Strange brought his elderly mother and older brother to meet his son.
We're getting ready to leave. It's 6:15. We'll see y'all in about 12 hours.
Meeting his paternal family for the first time, Andrew was extremely nervous and anxious.
How do you feel, Dad? We're about to meet your dad for the first time.
Nervous, excited. We all stand here.
Is it weird to have flash on? Kind of is, right?
As soon as he saw his father and relatives, he was overcome with emotion and could only say, "Hi, Dad." Father and son embraced tightly, unable to speak. Andrew's 94-year-old grandmother also hugged her grandson and burst into tears. Michael said, "Everything was wonderful. Andrew and I met, and Andrew also got to meet his grandmother, who is 94 years old this year." Andrew's grandmother had traveled more than 14 hours by car, barely sleeping the entire way due to excitement. When she arrived, she did nothing but hold her grandson and cry. During that reunion, Michael also met again with the woman he once loved in Vietnam, Andrew's mother, Ms. Kim. The two talked at length about Andrew. They remain in contact every day and hope to maintain a good friendship. Michael stayed in West Palm Beach for 9 days to be by his son's side during the heart surgery. Fortunately, the operation was successful. Case 2. An Australian police officer, once a babylift child, 50 years searching for his Vietnamese mother. Half a century has passed, yet deep in the heart of a man named David, now a police officer living in the remote town of Nhulunbuy in northern Australia, there remains an unfilled void. The Vietnamese mother he has never met. David says, "I don't blame my mother. I just want her to know that I've lived a good life." David's story began with a flight leaving Saigon in 1975, one of the aircrafts involved in Operation Babylift. which transported thousands of Vietnamese children to countries such as Australia, Canada, France, and others to be adopted. According to documents carefully preserved for nearly 50 years, David's birth name is Du Duc Heap, born on March 10, 1975, at the Provincial Maternity Hospital in Bien Hoa. His biological mother is recorded as Du Thi Thuong, while no information about his father appears in the file. Another important detail is the name of the person who registered his birth at the time, Tran Thi Nan. An official birth record dated March 14, 1975, shows that baby number 889 was registered in Binh Truoc Commune, Duc Thu District, Bien Hoa Province. Taken to Australia as a baby, David was adopted by Peter Dutton and Gwyneth, a couple who couldn't have children of their own. Along with two adopted siblings, Simon and Catherine, David grew up surrounded by love, never lacking a family, only answers about his past. His childhood unfolded in warmth and care. He recalls, "I was the youngest child in the family. We lived in a coastal town called Victor Harbor in South Australia until I was about 5. Then we moved to a small, remote village called Tumbulgum in northern New South Wales. This is where I went to school until I started working in construction as a plumber. I also spent many years working in community services, helping people with disabilities find jobs." A family of his own, yet the search never ended. In 2007, David married Kylie. 2 years later, they welcomed their daughter, Daisy. In 2015, the family moved to Northern Australia, settling in Darwin. By 2019, David officially became an officer with the Northern Territory Police Force. David shares, "My wife is also a police officer. Daisy is now 16 years old. She's a dedicated student and works part-time in the kitchen of a local restaurant. She hopes to attend university after finishing high school. We currently live in a small community called Nhulunbuy." Despite having a happy family life, David never stopped thinking about his biological mother. As Daisy grew older and became increasingly curious about her father's Vietnamese roots, David's desire to find his origins grew stronger than ever. At the age of 21, David returned to Vietnam for the first time. Standing on the land where he was born, he felt a deep and unexpected sense of connection. He was drawn to the warmth of the people and the quiet simplicity of everyday life. Moved by the experience, David said, "After that trip, I wanted to learn more about Vietnam, but I never had the chance to return. I hope that if I come back again, it will also be the moment I finally find my mother. I truly hope a miracle can happen." He adds, "If I could meet any member of my biological family, I would want them to know that I have lived a good life and that I have never held any resentment. I would feel incredibly fortunate to have the chance to meet and reconnect with my mother." Throughout his search, David has been supported by a Vietnamese friend, Du Hong Phuc, an architect based in Saigon who has spent many years helping foreigners locate their biological families in Vietnam, entirely free of charge. Though only a few fragile clues remain, Phuc believes that the power of community may one day help David reunite with his family.